Welcome back, I'm Silvio from Game Dev and in today's episode I'll show you over 10 courses which I found to be the best for starting in game development and in all its aspects, not just coding but also music and art. So we're gonna go on ahead. As you might already see, I have already a few tabs open. The first website that we're gonna check is Udemy, which offers mostly paid courses, and you can mostly find things about game development in general here, not more specific things like game design or marketing. And the first course on the list is Learn to Code by Making Games, the complete C# Unity developer. All of these courses are going to be $10 at most. And if they are not, you can find a coupon code somewhere on another website and get it for just $10. And I used this course. I got through almost all of it, maybe around 35 or 40 hours of the whole 45. And you're basically making games from the beginning with simple games to more complicated stuff, and even 3D and all that. You're taking all the steps and you're also going to learn coding. You don't really need any experience for this, and you probably have already heard about this one. This one is pretty much the most popular course. It has probably been talked about on the group a lot of times. So I doubt that you don't already know about this one. Letting this one aside, the next one is the Unreal Engine developer course, Learn C++ and Make Games. It's from the same author, Ben Tristram, but this time, this course is for the ones who want to learn Unreal Engine instead, and C++ instead. And this basically showcases similar stuff to the other course, since it's made by the same author. You're going to have quite a few exercises and practices, which the author will ask you to do while you're going through the course. So you can understand the concept better, and you apply them yourself, and you make the games yourself, of course. And then the third course I want to show you is Learn 3D Modeling, the complete Blender Creator course. Probably until this one you've heard of each one of these, because most are bestsellers. These three are bestsellers, and they have many students enrolled. I doubt that any of you haven't yet taken these, unless you have just started making games. As you probably have guessed, this is teaching you how to make great models for your own games. And I really wanted to take this course. I did take it, because before I did this, I was really dependent on other artists. I only knew how to code, and I thought that you needed to know how to draw in order to make great 3D models. But that just ended up being not true at all. And I got 30% through the course, and around the 30% mark completed, I already knew how to make low poly models, almost any model I needed in low poly. And including those from the devlogs I made on the channel. The one with the seal. I made 2 parts on it, and those models I've made using this course's knowledge. I only needed 1/3 of the whole course to make this whole thing. So this one course I really recommend, and the other 2 behind it that I already mentioned. And they are going to teach you a lot of useful stuff. And you'll be able to get started, and you don't need to be a great artist to do this. Number 4 on the list is pixel art for video games. I also bought this course, but I gave up on making pixel art after a very short period of time. What I do know though is that he's going through the basics and he's teaching in quite an entertaining way, and I did catch up and understand most of what was said. And I'm one of the worst artists that anyone knows. Like, seriously. And I still managed to make quite a few nice stuff until I dropped the course because I realized this wasn't really my passion. Then we've got the next one, the fifth course, number 5, Game Music Composition. Make music for games from scratch. Well, as you probably might have guessed, this teaches you how to make music specifically for games. I did not take this course. This is just the bestseller on it because I have already gone through 9 years of music education. And when I took the software, I already had a very easy time getting into it and understanding all the concepts. But this course is not just going to tell you how to make music. It will also give you the basic concepts of music theory. So that's why I'm recommending this one. So that's pretty much all of it for Udemy. The next site we're going to check out is one which mostly features free courses. You can enroll on them for free, unless you want a diploma. And it's called Coursera. This is the site. You can go on ahead and search for stuff, but here you don't search for game development like on the other one to find all of these great courses. In this one, you search by game design. And the ones I found to be the best are the following. We've got the Introduction to Game Design, pretty much self-explanatory. This is going to give you the basics of what you need to not just be an idea guy. You'll also have ways of crafting and composing your games better. You'll have a better understanding of how to make better mechanics. And this also shows you how to describe game concepts. And then next we've got Introduction to Game Development. As you might have noticed, in case you don't even have $10 on you, which might be the case for you, which is fine, you can take this course for free and still learn game development with this course. You don't actually need to get any of those paid courses. You can, if you just want to test the waters and see if game development is for you, you can just take this course. The only problem is that you can't do it all in a one-time sit, for example. Those are coming each week. The material is like unlocked each week, and you can only go through it partially. So that's the only thing, the time limit, which is quite extended, but besides that, Coursera doesn't really have any disadvantages. Unless the fact that it's not as deep as it should be, like the courses on Udemy. And then the next one is Principles of Game Design. After you've done the Introduction to Game Design, this is the next course you should probably consider. This course basically takes an idea to execution. We've all got ideas, and many of them. Brainstorming isn't that hard to do. Some of us have ideas even without doing brainstorming at all. But turning that idea into a concept that is fun and knowing how to easily make the player understand what's going on in your game, well, it's pretty much taught by this course. It covers a range of topics from idea generation, story, character, and game world development. Although I've got next a few courses specifically for all of those aspects. This is a must-finish course, pretty much. And the next one we've got is Business of Games and Entrepreneurship. I can't even begin to describe how many concepts I understood after finishing this course. I mean, I had a notebook and it was filled of insights after I was done with this. This really does a great job at explaining how the business of this works, which are your options, and how you can even make a living out of this. Oh, and also it's very good to mention that all of these courses have very high ratings. You can, if you're unsure about taking a course, you can just go in the reviews and see what other people have to say about them. And then you will be able to make a final decision. And even so, free courses you don't really need to check reviews more than a little bit to see if you can even learn something out of it. But besides that, you'll be fine. And then we've got the next course, let's go on ahead. Story and narrative development for video games. Well, this course takes a few video games popular like Angry Birds and StarCraft, and it gives you a few concepts and ways they've made the stories, and it also leaves you with an assignment on each part of those to do it for your own game. It will help you make a game design document, a character description and analysis, and you basically, in the end, learn how to define your character, your setting, and structure to create a compelling story. And then the next one after that is game development for modern platforms. We all know that there are many countless platforms and that it can sometimes be confusing to choose which platform to post your game on. This is mostly after you've finished learning and you're probably working on your first game, but you don't yet know where to publish your game. So by taking this course, you'll learn pretty much which platform would fit your game best, although a lot of times this can be pretty self-explanatory and obvious. You will usually have an instinct for where to publish your games, so I wouldn't really take this course, only if you need it though. After this one, we've got Game Design and Development Capstone. This focuses more on the idea creation part of the process. This focuses more on the idea creation part of the process. This will pretty much teach you how to do better brainstorming, to find great game ideas, and to get a few tips and tricks and maybe guidelines to how to take that to execution. I also wouldn't necessarily recommend this course, but if you do happen to struggle finding game ideas, then this will be a pretty great course for you. And then the next one is gamification. This is a very crucial one. This one teaches you how to use game elements and game design techniques and the mechanics of gamification. And then this is pretty much the last course. I also need to present to you one more platform. This is all we've got for Coursera. And then there's one more called Udacity, which mostly features marketing and promotion courses, and quite a few programming courses as well. Although I recommend you take the other ones instead, which are quite more practical than these ones. These are like more optional. But if you still require something else that isn't that you didn't find in those courses, you can probably check them around here. So these are pretty much the best courses I've found for learning game developers, especially as a beginner. Subscribe if you enjoyed this sort of videos. I'm making daily videos. So subscribe and hit the bell to be announced when new videos come out. And leave your comments below to share with me a course that you found to be also very helpful, in case you did find one that I forgot to mention. Let me know of that in the comment below, and I'll probably pin it to the top so other people can see it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.